All right, so let's go ahead and draw rabbits. This is based on a drawing from Lorenzo Etherington's How to Think When You Draw book. So we'll start off with a light circle and then a little oval that's below and behind the circle. So like kind of have a flat base on that oval, like it's hitting the ground there. That's the body of this rabbit. And then two little tiny ovals for the front paws. And then I will draw another little like quarter of an oval for the back end, like the hind legs. And then behind the head, we'll have the other side. And this time we'll actually see a little hind leg poking out from the other side. So it's a chubby little rabbit, and we're going to start to draw the facial features now. So the first step is to draw a diagonal line that's, like when I say diagonal, it's not straight down. The rabbit's kind of tilting its head to the side. And as you can see, I have that line across where the eyes will be. We'll draw a little V shape for the nose. And then let's draw the eyes about a little, like maybe the middle between those two lines, a little to the outside of the middle, a little to the left and right of the center for the eyes there. Then I'm going to draw these little eye lids, or like lashes, I guess, just to give a little more of a kind of a cartoony or expressive appeal to the face. Now for the cheeks. So from the base of the eye, or maybe the middle of the eye, I'm going to draw a little rounded line out, maybe a line down for the mouth, or what is that part between the nose and the mouth? And the top of the nose, two little half circles for where the coloration will change, like from a brown or gray to a white. Then there's the other cheek. And then we'll draw some ears. So I'm going to just soften up the head a little bit, make sure that it goes a little closer to the eyes. And then on either side of that center line, we're going to draw the ears. Now the ears are up, but they're turned back. So we're not going to see the inside of the ears. We're just going to see like the fluffy part, the top part of the ear. And then a little line there just to differentiate that front leg from the body. And then I'll kind of attach that other front leg to the body as well. Little lines for the paws. And we're pretty much done with a little wrinkle, like a little chub of fat there. Okay, so that rabbit's pretty much done. Now this next one is going to be standing. So this will be a more alert rabbit looking around, trying to get a better view. So we'll start with, again, a light circle. This one is going to take the form initially as a like a snowman, with like a skinny oval snowman. So you have a circle stacked on top of two larger ovals. And that's the head is the top circle. The midsection is the like the arms, where the arms will come out, and the bottom oval is where the legs will come out. So we'll draw the feet flat on the ground. And then I'm going to next draw maybe the shape of the head. So we'll just kind of make a flat top for the head, a bit of an angle straight down for the snout. And then curve down around below the nose. So there's the nose right there. Let's draw the little chubby cheeks next in the back of the head. And then I will draw the shoulder and the arm, or the front paw. So we have a pretty chubby shoulder area in the upper arm. And then the paw is going to taper down just below the oval, but it's going to drop straight down. So you can see that the paw is just kind of like hanging limp as the rabbit looks around. And then there's a little bit of that curve is going to be the hind leg. Some fluff for the back end there, and then the foot. Now you notice there's a stripe that goes down behind the arm, and that's going to be, if you color this rabbit, that'll be the white area, like the soft underbelly. Now we have a little tail, and then I'll draw the other foot coming out from that line right there. Right now it looks like kind of like a hedgehog or a prairie dog. Let's draw the eye, and then an alert shape above the eye, like the eyelash. And then a little separation from the head and shoulder there. There's a little mouth. And then let's try the ears. So now these ears are going to be back. And I apologize, I initially drew off the edge here, and I'll adjust the paper for you. But this ear is back, but we do get to see inside the ear a little bit. So it's facing us. So I'll draw those little lines there that separate the ear flaps from the inner part of the ear. And then the back ear is a little bit off. So I'll shift the paper a little bit down. And now I'm going to just soften up some of those lines, and then we'll add the other paw. First, clean up that belly so it's not separated too much. The other paw comes down, and we do see the top of it on the other side. So it's similar to that front-facing paw, but just around the belly. All right, I'll shade that back foot and maybe soften up some of these edges by erasing that original circle, just to make sure things connect a bit better. And then drawing a little line where the whiskers would be. And that's pretty much it. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.